Hey guys and gals, Greg and Mortis here with another mini review. I'm from Land of the Creeps Horror Movie Podcast, and the movie we're going to be talking about is You Are Not My Mother. This is the directorial debut of Kate Dolan. This is an Irish folk horror movie. The synopsis of it is it's the week before Halloween, and Char's mother, Angela, has suddenly disappeared, leaving only her car behind. When she returns home without explanation the following evening, it becomes clear to Char and her grandmother, Rita, that Angela's behavior has become increasingly frightening, as if she has been replaced by a malevolent force. When Halloween arrives, Char realizes that she is the only one who can save her mother, even if it means potentially losing her forever. So that's your synopsis of it. The main actors in this movie is Hazel Dupay, played Char. Then you have the mother, Carolyn Bracken, playing Angela. Paul Reed plays the brother, Aaron, of the mother. And then you also have Ingrid Krejci plays Rita, the grandmother. And then there's some supporting cast. This movie right here sets up, first scene of the movie grabs you. You got this dark road, kind of like a cul-de-sac or something. And you got a baby in a carriage, and you got two women. And one of the women comes up and grabs the baby carriage and carries the baby off to the forest. And I'm not going to spoil what happens, but there's some shenanigans that happens. And then we flash forward a few years later to Char, and she's at home. You can tell she's school age, and she's late for school. She goes down, asks her grandmother if she could take her to school, and her grandmother says, "No, ask your mother." So she asks her mother, and her mother reluctantly says, "Fine." So she gets up, and then there's this awkward exchange of a drive to school. There's some good dialogue where basically we're introduced to what's going on in Char's life. The mother is kind of in her own world, and she's having a lot of doubts about her mother. Like there's some resentment going on. So they get almost to school, and the daughter, Char, asks her mother, said, "Can we stop after school so we can get some food?" And her mother says, "What do you need?" She says, "We need everything. Like we don't have any food." And her mother kind of, you can tell, gets a little upset. And she eventually says, "I can't do this no more," and stops the car. Char gets out and goes to school, goes to her class. We find out that the mother disappears, and she doesn't come back till the next day. So we have this setup of that. We know something's off with the mother. She comes back. She's a little different because we see that in the beginning her mother's kind of recluse. Now all of a sudden she's happy, she's dancing, she's kind of like Char was of young, with her mother, but now it's weird. But then all of a sudden at a flip of dime, she can flip and be psychotic as hell. Like this woman has got something going on. So it's kind of one of them setups. This one's really cool because it's creepy. It's got some great creepy elements in it. There's some possibly witch things going on. There could be some shape-shifting changeling going on. There could be some weird stuff. But it's really cool. It was shot in Dublin. It has that dark look of it. The cinematography is really good. The acting is outstanding. And the score in the movie is really good as well. I really enjoyed that. But it's just the following of this family, and we follow it for that whole week up to Halloween. And once Halloween takes place, then the whole climax of the movie takes place. It's kind of one of those movies that you're intrigued, or at least I was from the beginning, and it has that payoff at the end, but then the very ending was a little bit of a letdown from me. I was a little let down, but most of the movie, I'm talking like 99% of the movie, I really enjoyed. This is definitely going to be a potential top 10 of 2022 for me. I really enjoyed it that much. And I would say this as well. I think if you're going in to this movie, I think you go under it knowing these Irish folk horror movies are kind of the same. They're really cool. There's a lot of ghost stories. There's a lot of these folk movies coming out. They're doing a really good job, and this is another one of those to add to the list of movies that you should check out for sure. Magnolia Home Pictures put this movie out. It's under their Magnet label, which I love Magnet. But I highly recommend checking this movie out. I think it's really worth a watch. This will be available Blu-ray DVD by June 21st. It's available for streaming right now as a rental, and I say check it out, dude. The school bullying in this movie will piss you off. I'm not going to lie. There is a girl in here, Kelly, that will just drive you just to the point where you want to crawl on the screen and take her and shake her around a little bit, because the way she treats Char is really rude and it's really horrible. So you got that going on. But overall, this is a really good film. Definitely check it out. If you like what you see in the video here, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel and you're new, definitely do that. If you want to email me at any time, got any questions, concerns, comments, would like anything for me to review, it's gregamortis666@gmail.com. It's GREGAMORTIS666@gmail.com. Or you can follow us at our podcast at landofthecreeps.blogspot.com, as well as wherever you listen to your podcasts. We're available on any of your platforms. We would love for you to subscribe to us there, where you can hear us on a bi-weekly process. So with that said, we love you guys and gals. Thank you for tuning in. This is Greg Mortis. As I always say, help keep horror alive. We do that one movie at a time, one review at a time. Until next time, peace. Ha! You're not my mother.